Stop playing it safe. Stop pleasing everyone. This video reveals 12 brutal, honest rules that will break your fear, build your best self, and rapidly improve your English listening. If you are ready to grow with us, make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell so you never miss our next conversation. This video, well, it might be the one that could change your life forever. No, this is not just another motivational video. It is not just me giving you advice, and it is not something I want you to watch one time and then forget. This is what we call a wake-up call. It is a reminder. It is a roadmap for your journey. This video is about one thing, and one thing only: becoming the best version of yourself. It does not matter where you are starting from. It does not matter how broken you feel right now. It does not matter how many times you have tried and failed. So, if you feel lost, if you feel like you are walking in a circle, stuck in the same cycle, day after day, if you are tired of being the same person, year after year, if you are watching this, maybe alone, in the quiet, and your heart feels heavy, then I want you to know, this video was made just for you. We all say we want to change. We all say, I want to grow, or I want to succeed, or I want to rise up. But let me ask you a question, just between you and me. Why are you still trying to please people who do not respect you? Why are you still so scared to take a risk, even a small one? Why are you still acting like you have forever, like you have thousands of years to chase your dreams? You say to yourself, one day I will change. But one day does not exist. It is not real. There is no perfect right time to start. There is only now. And if you do not change now, you will not change later. You will only become better at lying to yourself. You will become an expert at making excuses. That is the hard truth. Becoming your best version, it does not happen in one single moment. It is not magic. It happens in the small, daily choices. It happens when you look at yourself with total honesty. It happens in the sacrifices you make. It happens in the discipline you build. It happens in the tears, in the frustration, in the late nights when nobody is watching you, when nobody is clapping for you. But you still keep going. This video will take you through 12 brutal rules. Now, when I say brutal, I do not mean cruel. I mean honest. These are not soft, sugar-coated tips. These are real, powerful truths, and they might shake your soul. They might wake you up, and they will give you the fire you need to transform. Because the best version of you, that person is not far away. That person is buried under your comfort. That person is trapped beneath your fear. That person is waiting, patiently, behind all of your excuses. And today, together, we start digging. This is not a game. This is your life. And it is slipping away, minute by minute, while you wait, and wait, to feel ready. So please, stop. Watch this video until the very end. Maybe get a piece of paper and write down every rule. Feel every word, and use it as fuel for your journey. You do not need another book. You do not need another video. You need this one decision. The decision that says, I will not die the same person I am today. This video does two things. It helps you change your mindset, yes, but it also helps you improve your English. You are listening to real emotion, real feelings, in simple, powerful English. You are learning how to think, feel, and speak with more power, and you do not even have to try so hard. Just listen, watch it again, and every time you do, you will grow stronger, and you will become more fluent. If you are ready for that, let's begin. Rule 1. Be fearless, or you will be average forever. Let's start with this one. Let's be very honest with each other. Fear. Fear controls your life much more than you want to admit. We all feel it. It is the fear of rejection. What if they say no? It is the fear of failure. What if I try and I fall? It is the fear of embarrassment. What if they laugh at me? It is the fear of judgment. What do they think of me? It is the fear of starting something new, like a new job, or moving to a new city, or even just learning a new skill. And that quiet, constant fear, the fear of not being good enough. And you think this fear is protecting you. You think, if I avoid the hard things, if I avoid the scary things, if I avoid the things I am not sure about, I will stay safe. But here is the brutal truth. Your fear is not protecting you. It is paralyzing you. It is making you stuck. Your fear is not saving you. It is slowly, quietly killing your potential. Your fear is not your friend. It is the silent thief that comes in the night and steals your dreams while you are sleeping. You were not born to be average. Nobody is. But fear makes you choose average every single day. And you call it being realistic. There is a version of you, deep inside, a version that is bold, a version that is wild, a version that does not care what other people think, a version that takes risks, that speaks up, that chases what it loves. But that version of you, it is being pushed down. It is being suffocated by fear. And every time you choose not to do the thing you are scared of, that best version of you, it dies, just a little bit more. Let me tell you a real story. There was a young girl. She was quiet. She was shy. She always sat at the back of the class near the window. She had a gift, a real gift. She could write the most beautiful stories, the kind of stories that could make you cry. The kind of stories that could change people's lives. But she never shared them. She never showed them to anyone. Why? Because she was afraid. She was afraid of being laughed at, afraid of being misunderstood. Afraid that maybe she just was not good enough. So, she stayed invisible. She held her notebook so tightly to her chest. Years passed. She watched other people shine. She watched people who had half of her talent succeed. Why? Simply because they were not afraid to be seen. They were not afraid to fail. And one day, she was sitting alone in her room, holding that same old notebook. And she asked herself one question. What if I die, with all of my best stories still inside me? That one question, it changed everything. She started small. She posted one story online. Her hands were shaking. Then she posted another, and another. She was terrified every single time. But she did it anyway. And people noticed. Publishers noticed. Readers cried when they read her words. And that quiet girl, the one who lived in fear for so long, she became the author of 4 best-selling novels. All because she stopped waiting for the fear to disappear, and she started walking through the fear. You see, fear does not leave before you act. It leaves after you act. You do not need to be fearless to begin. You need to begin, to become fearless. Every person you admire, every successful person, they felt fear. They just did not let it stop them. The business idea you keep hiding in your notebook, the love you never confessed, the job you never applied for, the video you never uploaded, the language you never spoke, the dream you never, ever chased. Fear is robbing you. Quietly, daily, painfully. And the worst part is, you are letting it. So what do you do now? First, take out a piece of paper. List everything you're afraid of. Write it all down. Do not lie to yourself anymore. Now do one thing every day that scares you. Just one. Speak up in a meeting. Share your art. Start the conversation. Ask the question. Publish the post. Try the new thing and celebrate the fear. Yes, celebrate it. If your heart is racing, that is a good sign. It means you are growing. If your stomach feels tight, that is a good sign. It means you are becoming. Visualize the worst-case scenario. What is the worst thing that can happen? And then, do it anyway. 99% of your fears, they are just lies. They are just noise in your head. If you do not face your fears, you will live a life full of what-ifs. If you do not act now, you will stay average forever. You are capable of so much more. But capability is useless without courage. So stand up, speak up, move, risk, fail, fall, rise, be fearless, or stay forgotten. This one is so important. Rule 2. You are never ready. You must start before you feel confident. Most people, maybe you, think the reason they have not changed their life is because they are not ready yet. Does that sound like you? You keep waiting. Waiting for the right time. Waiting for more money in the bank. Waiting for the perfect plan. Waiting until you feel confident. But here is the truth nobody told you. You will never feel 100% ready. It never happens. Confidence does not come before the action. Confidence comes after the action. The best version of you is not waiting for the perfect moment to arrive. It is waiting for you to make a decision. When you say, "I am not ready yet," what you are really saying is, "I am scared of starting." And you disguise that fear. You dress it up, and you call it preparation. You convince yourself that you are being smart by waiting. But deep down, deep in your heart, you know, it is not intelligence, it is hesitation. Waiting for the right time. It is like standing at the edge of the ocean, waiting for all the waves to stop before you go swimming. It never happens. Life is never still. It will always be messy. It will always be inconvenient. There will always be something missing. You will never have enough time, or enough money, or enough knowledge. If you keep waiting for perfect conditions, you will live your entire life on the sidelines, just watching other people play the game. Look closely at anyone you admire. Entrepreneurs, artists, athletes, leaders, even just ordinary people who completely transformed their lives. They all have one thing in common. They started before they felt ready. They wrote the first chapter before they knew how to write a whole book. They started their business before they had enough money. They went to the gym before they felt fit. They spoke in public while their hands were still shaking. They did not wait for confidence. They created confidence by acting. There was a young man. He was working in a small shop, a job he did not love. But he had an idea for a mobile app. Every evening, he would sit at his small kitchen table and scribble designs in a notebook. He told himself, one day, when I have more money, and more skills, and a better laptop, then I will start." Months passed, then years passed. His notebook was full of amazing drawings and ideas. He watched other people launch their own apps. Some of them were worse than his idea, but they were in the market. They were making money. They were making mistakes. And they were learning. And they were improving. And he just kept telling himself, I am not ready yet. One night, his friend sat down with him and asked him a question that changed his life. His friend said, "Do you know what is worse than failing? It is watching someone else succeed with your idea, all because you were too scared to even start." That night, he did not sleep. He woke up early the next morning, borrowed an old computer from his friend, and he built the first simple version of his app. It was ugly. It was slow. It had many bugs. But it was real. Within a few months, he had his first 500 users, then 5,000. Then investors called him. Today, that ugly little app is used in 70 countries. He still is not perfect, but he is free. All because he stopped waiting for readiness and started building his future. Psychologists have a name for this. They call it the confidence-competence loop. It is a cycle. First, you act, you do the scary thing. From that action, you gain a little bit of skill. That skill is competence. That little bit of skill, it gives you a little bit of confidence. Hey, I did it. That confidence then gives you the courage to act again. But this time, a little bigger. You gain more skill. You gain more confidence. And the loop grows, and grows, and grows. You cannot think yourself into confidence. You must act yourself into it. Every day you wait. You are training your brain to delay. You are teaching yourself to accept, to tolerate, a life you do not want. You are letting your dreams die. Slowly. The book you did not write. The language you did not learn. The person you did not talk to. The business you did not start. The body you did not build. All because you said, I am not ready yet. What do you do now? First, accept this truth. Stop waiting for courage. Stop waiting for the perfect time. Say this out loud right now. I will never feel 100% ready. And that is okay. Second, take the smallest possible action. Today, not tomorrow, now. Do not try to do everything at once. Do one small, real action. If you want to write a book, just write one single paragraph. Today, if you want to learn English, speak one new sentence. Today, if you want to get fit, do 5 push-ups, right now. If you want to start a business, create one free social media page for it. Today. Use imperfection as your teacher. Your first try will be bad. Good. That is how you learn. That is how you grow. Every master was once a beginner who started before they felt ready. Measure your progress, not your readiness. Do not ask, am I ready? Ask, what small progress did I make today? Progress creates motivation. Motivation creates momentum. Start now. Get ready as you go. Confidence is a result. It is not a requirement. You cannot learn to swim by standing on the shore, just reading a book about swimming. Action cures fear. Waiting. Waiting feeds fear. Imagine yourself 1 year from today. 2 versions of you exist. The first version is still waiting, still preparing, still telling the same old story about why you are not ready. The second version, that person is tired, yes. They have bruises, they have failed, but they are alive. They are growing. They are building, speaking, learning. They are failing forward. They are becoming. Which one do you want to be? This rule is not about speed. It is about courage. It is about taking the first step, even with shaking hands. It is about showing up without a perfect script. It is about risking embarrassment today to build freedom for tomorrow. You will never have a day where you wake up and say, "I feel completely ready now." It will not happen. But you can wake up today and say, "I am starting anyway." And that is the moment your new life begins. Remember this: if you wait until you feel ready, you will spend your whole life waiting. If you start before you feel ready, you will spend your whole life growing. That is the difference between the average version of you and the best version of you. Rule 3. Be greedy for growth. Be greedy for knowledge. Be greedy for your future. Now, let's stop and destroy a lie that has been forced into your mind. We are all taught that greed is bad. And yes, the wrong kind of greed is bad. Greed for status. Greed for money at the cost of your values. Greed that steals from other people. That is bad. But there is another kind of greed, a good kind. The kind of greed that saves you. It is the greed to grow, the greed to learn more, the hunger to become more. The best version of you. That person is not humble in the wrong places. That person does not settle. That person does not say, "This is enough. I am good enough." No, that person wants more. More books, more skills, more exposure to new ideas, more knowledge, more challenges, more improvement, more edge. That person wants to go beyond good. That person wants greatness. Look at the world around you. Nature. A forest does not stop growing after one good season. A river does not say, "I have flowed enough for today." The sun does not say, "I have shined enough times this week." Nature is always greedy for growth. It expands, it stretches, it pushes, it climbs, and so must you. The moment you stop wanting more, you start becoming less. Comfort. Comfort is not peace. Comfort is a trap. People say, "Oh, but I should be content. I should be happy with what I have." Yes, you can be grateful for what you have, and still be hungry for what you can become. Contentment is not the same as surrender. Think about two things in nature: a rock and a tree. A rock. It stays the same for 50 years. It does not change. It does not move. It does not adapt. It does not evolve. It just sits there. A tree, on the other hand, a tree is always growing. Even when you cannot see it. Its roots are pushing deeper into the earth, looking for water. Its branches are reaching higher, fighting for the sun. It grows leaves, it sheds them, and it grows them again. Stronger. It adjusts to the sun. It bends in the storms. It survives the cold winters. That is the difference between someone who is greedy to grow and someone who is stuck in stillness. Which one do you want to be? The rock that looks solid, but never moves, or the tree that grows taller, stronger, and deeper? Every single year. Here are 7 areas where you must be greedy, without any guilt. 1. Knowledge. Read more. Learn more. Ask better questions. Read more than just social media. 2. Skills. Do not just consume. Build things. Break them. Rebuild them better. 3. Mindset. Challenge your old, negative thinking. Break the mental chains. 4. Environment. Find people who push you, who are smarter than you. 5. Time. Stop wasting hours on things that mean nothing. Be greedy with your time. 6. Health. Stretch your energy. Strengthen your body. Eat better. 7. Discipline. Increase your daily standards. Ask more from yourself. You are not here just to exist. You are here to expand. If you stay behind, the world moves on. The world moves fast. If you are not learning, if you are not growing, if you are not adapting, you are becoming replaceable. This greed for growth. This is how you stay relevant. This is how you become dangerous in the best possible way. This is how you walk into any room and you know your value. You are not too much. You are too rare. Do not shrink yourself to make other people feel comfortable. Do not make yourself small for people who are satisfied with average. Be greedy for your future. No one else will be greedy for it. We have talked about being greedy for growth, like that tree reaching for the sun. But this is often the hardest part. It is easy to stay a rock. It feels safe. So, I have a question for you. What is one area in your life right now where you feel like a rock, but you truly want to grow like a tree? What do you feel is holding you back? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. I read them, and your story, your honesty, might inspire someone else who feels stuck right now. Rule 4. This one is very important. Do not compromise. Especially, do not compromise with your dreams. Let's speak a very painful truth out loud. Most people do not lose their dreams in a big, dramatic moment. No, they give them away. Slowly, piece by piece, with tiny little compromises. At first, it looks small. It sounds like this. I will skip just one day. I'm too tired tonight. Maybe I will do it next year. It's okay. I can survive without it. Then months pass, and years pass, and the dream. It does not die suddenly. It dies slowly. It starves to death. Because you compromised with it too many times. You told it, wait. You told it later. You told it, I can't right now. Until one day, you call for your dream, and it does not answer anymore. In life, some compromises are necessary. Of course, you compromise in your relationships to build harmony, to live together. You compromise at work to solve problems as a team. You compromise with small things to protect the big things. But there is one place where compromise is betrayal. It is when you compromise with your highest self, when you compromise with your vision, your purpose, your inner voice. When you do that, you are not being kind. You are not being realistic. You are being silent. You are being weak. And silence kills more dreams than criticism ever will. Imagine a small, beautiful flame. It is burning in the middle of a big, open space. That flame, it wants to grow. It wants to become a fire. It wants to spread heat and light and energy. But every time the wind blows, instead of fighting to stay alive, the flame bends. It flickers. It almost goes out. It apologizes for being there. It says, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I did not mean to burn so brightly. Until the wind blows just a little bit harder and the flame dies. Now, imagine another flame. This flame refuses to go out. When the wind blows, it fights back. It guards itself. It rises against the wind. And that flame becomes a fire. That is what happens when you stop compromising. The world will blow winds at you. Stress, opinions of others. Rejection, tiredness. If you do not protect your fire, your dream, it will go out, and nobody will even notice. What are the most common compromises people make? Choosing comfort over growth. Choosing temporary pleasure over long-term reward. Saying yes to things that you know kill your energy. Allowing toxic people to stay in your life. Lowering your standards just to fit in. Delaying your true calling for the sake of a secure job. Every small compromise, it looks harmless. But when you add them all together, they equal a wasted life. So how do you protect your dreams without compromise? First, write down your non-negotiables. These are the things you must do every day. No excuses. For me, it is reading, learning, creating, training. What is it for you? Second, guard your environment. If someone in your life mocks your dream, walk away. You do not have to explain. You do not have to defend yourself. Just protect your fire. Third, say no without feeling guilty. Every no you say to a distraction is a yes to your destiny. And finally, respect your dream like it is a living thing. Treat your goal like it is a baby. You must feed it daily. You must protect it fiercely. And you do not hand it to just anyone. If you keep compromising, you will not feel proud of yourself. Even if your life is okay, you will always feel that something is missing. You will feel tired, but you will not know why. You will start to become someone you do not even recognize. Because your dream, it does not go away. It just gets buried. Buried under your laziness. Buried under your fake smiles. Buried under 1,000 excuses of, it's not the right time. You are not meant to live a small, apologetic life. You are not here to fit into places that do not see your value. You are not born to live someone else's dream. So, stop compromising. Stop settling. Stop pretending. Stand up for your vision. Guard it like your life depends on it. Because it does. The person you were meant to become is waiting on the other side of your excuses. Stop giving your dream away. Start giving it your life. Rule 5. Fail. Fail again. Fail bigger. And then, rise louder. Let's kill another dangerous lie. A lie that society has taught you. The lie is that failure is bad. That failure is something to avoid. That it is something to be ashamed of. No. Failure is something to walk into. Again and again and again, with your head held high. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is a part of success. It is an ingredient of success. It is the training ground. So, it is the unpaid teacher, the teacher that teaches you things that no school, no mentor, and no course ever can. You cannot learn how to balance if you do not fall. You cannot build strength without breaking your muscles a little. You cannot learn strategy without losing some battles. You cannot discover your true power until you are flat on the floor. Asking yourself, do I rise again, or do I stay here, broken? Every successful journey must pass through failure. Not just once, not twice, but many, many times. If you have not failed, deeply, painfully, embarrassingly, you have not even started yet. Imagine you are an artist. You are shaping a clay pot. You mold it. You dry it. You put it in the fire. But the first time, it cracks. So you try again. A new shape, better balance, better clay. You put it in the fire, and it cracks again. You repeat this 5 times, 10 times, 20 times, and each time it cracks in a different way. Now you have two choices. You can quit. You can say, maybe I am not meant to do this. Maybe I am just not good at it. Or you can look at every single crack, every weakness, every failure. And you can use that information to make the next pot stronger. By the 21st time, your hands know the pressure. Your fingers know the curve. Your eyes know what to avoid. And this time, no cracks. The final pot. It is not perfect in spite of the failures. It is perfect because of them. This is how success is made. Cracks, adjustments, rebuilds, pain, repetition, and then beauty. Most people are terrified of failing. They believe that failure is final. They fail one time, and they say, "This is not for me. I am not good enough. It is too hard. Other people are better." But failure is not a wall. It is a mirror. It shows you what is weak. It reveals what is missing. It exposes your lies. And then, it gives you a choice. Face it and fix it, or quit. Most people quit. But the best version of you, that person studies the failure. They take notes inside the pain. They come back, maybe with blood on their hands and fire in their eyes, and they rise, not quietly, but louder than ever before. Here are 4 ways to fail like a warrior. 1. Expect it. Do not fear failure. Schedule it. Know that it is part of the process. Welcome it. 2. Document it. When you fail, get out a notebook. Write down what went wrong. Study it like a scientist. Do not get emotional. Get intentional. 3. Find the pattern. Every failure leaves clues. Find the bad hats, the wrong reactions, the blind spots. 4. Re-attack with precision. Come back stronger, but not randomly. Come back with accuracy, with awareness, with no apology. What happens if you never fail? You stay soft. You stay scared. You stay untested. You stay small. You stay as someone who talks about dreams, but never, ever lives them. Failure is the gym for your soul. And if you avoid the weight, you will stay weak forever. You cannot skip failure. You cannot fake your way around it. You must walk through it, fall in it, break inside it, and then climb out. So fail. Fail again. Fail bigger. And rise louder. So loud that even your old self gets scared of what you have become. Rule 6. Take insane risks. While you still can. Listen to me. There is something in life much more dangerous than fear. It is more painful than failure. It is more poisonous than rejection. That thing is regret. And regret comes from one thing. The one thing you are probably doing every day without even realizing it. Playing it safe. If you keep choosing what feels easy, what feels comfortable, what feels predictable, you may not feel pain today, but I promise you, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, you will feel something much, much worse. You will hear a little voice, a quiet whisper. It will not be loud. It will come in the middle of the night. It will say, "What if? What if I had spoken up? What if I had tried? What if I had taken the shot? What if I had believed in myself? Just that one time." That voice. That is the voice of regret. It will follow you, even through your success. It will sit next to you at celebrations. It will haunt your peace. Imagine there is a bridge. This bridge leads to a new land, a land full of possibility. The other side has fresh opportunities, new challenges, new lessons, and a new, unlocked version of your growth. But the bridge is shaky. It looks old. It creaks when the wind blows. It looks unstable. It does not guarantee that what is on the other side is good. So, you stay. You stay on the side you know. You walk up to the bridge every morning. You look across. You imagine. You talk about it. You tell your friends, one day I am going to cross that bridge. But you never do. Years pass. And one day, the bridge disappears. It collapses. And you realize you never walked across. You were too focused on what might go wrong. And now, you will never know what could have gone right. That is what happens when you do not take risks. You miss the version of you that never got the chance to exist. Risk means you might lose something now. But the cost of not risking is losing your entire future. Here is the truth. Playing it safe is comfortable now, but painful later. Taking a risk is painful now, but powerful forever. You cannot be both comfortable and legendary. You must choose. Here are 5 types of risks you must take. 1. Emotional risk. This is a big one. Saying what you really feel. Being honest. Letting go of people who you know are draining you. 2. Mental risk. Learning something you are bad at. Something that makes you feel not smart. Reading a book you do not understand. 3. Time risk. Spending hours and weeks and months building something with no guarantee of a reward. Yet. 4. Reputation risk. Looking like a fool. Posting your work. Speaking in public. 5. Identity risk. Becoming someone that your old circle, your old friends, no longer understands. Every big transformation in your life demands one thing. You must let go of who you are to become who you must be. If you keep avoiding risk, you will feel safe, but you will not feel alive. Risk is the electricity of growth. It shocks your system. It wakes you up. It burns down the old parts of you, and it clears space for the new. You will not get your dream life by standing in your dream corner, just thinking about it. You must walk the bridge, even if it shakes. So take the risk. Say the truth. Start the project. End the wrong thing. Begin the right one. Move to the unknown city. Break the old pattern. Burn your excuses, because this version of you, the one right now, it is temporary. But the version you could become is waiting on the other side of risk. Taking these risks, facing these fears. This is a long journey. It is not easy, and it does not happen in one day. We are going to explore all of these ideas, all 12 of these rules, in more detail in our future videos, with more stories and more lessons. If you are on this journey of transformation, and you want to continue walking it with us, with our community, please click the subscribe button. That way, you will not miss the next part of our conversation, and we can all keep growing together. Rule 7. Do not please everyone. If you try, you will lose yourself. This is one of the most dangerous habits in the entire world. It is not drugs. It is not alcohol. It is not procrastination. It is people-pleasing. It is that constant, deep need to have others like you, to have them agree with you, to have them approve of your decisions, to have them smile at your sacrifice, to have them clap for your silence. People-pleasing looks like kindness, But it is not kindness. It is slow self-destruction. You begin by just trying to make other people happy. You end by becoming someone you do not even recognize in the mirror. You say yes when your heart is screaming no. You hide your truth just to protect their comfort. You stay in rooms that you know are draining your energy. You laugh at things that make you feel uncomfortable. You stay quiet in moments that require your roar. And each time you do this, you shrink. You become a little smaller, not visibly, not dramatically, but silently. Piece by piece, you lose your edge, you lose your voice, you lose your ability to stand strong in your own life. Imagine a wall. It is standing in the center of a very busy street. Every time a person walks by, the wall changes its color. It turns blue for one person. It turns red for another. It turns green for the next. It even becomes transparent, see-through, for the loudest person. It just keeps shifting, trying to make everyone comfortable. But after years of doing this, the wall forgets its original color. It forgets what it was. One day, someone asks the wall, "What color are you, really?" And the wall does not know, because it spent so long trying to fit every situation that it lost its own identity. That is what happens when you try to please everyone. You become nothing specific. You become invisible. You disappear inside your own performance. Why is this so dangerous? Because the more you please others, the more they expect it. And the moment you stop, the moment you finally stand up for yourself, they say, "You've changed." They say, "You've become selfish." They say, "You are not the person I thought you were." No, you are not selfish. You are just finally, alive. Here are the signs that you are a people pleaser and that you are losing yourself. You apologize all the time, even when you have done nothing wrong. "Oh, I'm sorry." You avoid saying what you really feel to baum conflict. You do things out of guilt, not out of love. You agree to things that you know will exhaust your soul. You feel guilty for just taking care of yourself. You fear confrontation more than you fear being dishonest. You must break this pattern now, because your life is not a democracy. Your purpose is not up for a vote. You do not need to explain your boundaries. You do not need approval to grow. You do not need permission to protect your time, your energy, your voice, and your future. The best version of you will not be accepted by everyone, because the best version of you will no longer serve everyone. How do you fix this? Practice silence instead of an apology. You do not have to explain everything. You do not have to make your truth soft. You do not have to say sorry for growing. Say no without a long explanation. No is a full sentence. Use it. It will protect your future. Identify who actually values you, not just who benefits from you. Not everyone who smiles at you is for you. Cut the energy that celebrates your obedience but fears your independence. And finally, define yourself before the world does it for you. Write down what you believe, what you need, what you want, and what you refuse to tolerate. Read it every single day. Own it like it is oxygen. If you spend your life making everyone else happy, you will die with your own smile missing. Stop pleasing. Start becoming. Rule 8. Do not take yourself so seriously. This one might surprise you. But sometimes, the biggest thing blocking your growth is not your fear. It is not failure. It is not other people. It is the false version of yourself that you are trying so hard to protect. It is that perfect image, the polished performance, the illusion that you are always in control, that you always know the answer. And so, you avoid anything that might make you look silly, or awkward, or confused, or imperfect. You avoid being a beginner. You avoid anything that is out of your rhythm. But here is the truth. If you are not willing to look like a beginner, you will never become a master. If you take yourself too seriously, you will take your dreams too lightly. Imagine a giant, beautiful fountain in the middle of a city plaza. Every morning, it sprays water in perfect patterns. It is choreographed, symmetrical, flawless. People admire it. They take photos. They call it beautiful. But one day, a little child runs into the water. The child starts dancing, splashing, twisting, laughing, playing. The fountain becomes chaotic. It is messy. It is not perfect anymore. It is not photogenic. But whoa, for the first time, it feels alive. Suddenly, it is not about control. It is about joy. That is the shift that happens when you stop trying to appear perfect and you just start being real. When you are too serious, you stop experimenting. You stop risking. You stop playing. You become too afraid of failure. You avoid learning new things. You block fun. And you lose your spark. Growth does not come from tight control. Growth comes from messy movement. Here is the difference between pride and mastery. Pride says, I already know this. I do not want to look stupid. I am afraid to mess up. Mastery says, this is new. Let me try. I do not care if I fall. This is how I learn. The best people in the world, they are not serious all the time. They play. They try new things. They experiment. They fail fast. And they laugh louder. The artist who makes ugly drawings just to practice. The speaker who stumbles over their words during practice and just keeps going. The athlete who laughs at their own mistakes in training. The leader who says, I do not know the answer. Let's figure it out together. The English learner who speaks with broken grammar, but with full confidence. These people, they grow. They grow because they are not carrying the heavy pressure of perfection. How do you break this perfection prison? Do one silly thing every week. Try something you know you are bad at, and laugh at yourself. Let your ego bleed a little. It is okay. Celebrate your imperfect progress instead of hiding your flaws. Highlight your improvement. Ask yourself, what is the worst thing that could happen? Really, what is it? Most of your fear is based on imaginary judgment. And remember, the world is not watching you as closely as you think. People are too busy, judging themselves, to notice all of your small mistakes. Take your goals seriously. Yes, but do not take yourself too seriously. Because when you loosen up, you open up. And when you open up, you grow faster, you learn deeper, you live lighter, and you become unshakable. Rule 9. Surround yourself with fire, not with smoke. If you truly want to change your life, if you are serious about it, there is one brutal truth you must accept. You cannot grow in a weak environment. It does not matter how strong you are. It does not matter how big your dreams are. If you keep surrounding yourself with the wrong people, you will shrink. It is not because you are not capable. It is not because you are weak. It is because you are breathing smoke when your soul needs fire. Let's be very clear. What is fire? Fire binatua means people who challenge your mind, people who call out your excuses, people who push you forward, people who hold you accountable, people who talk about ideas, not about other people, people who to celebrate your growth, people who want you to win, even when they are losing. And what is smoke? Smoke means people who distract you, people who drain your energy, people who complain all the time, people who laugh at growth, people who gossip about others, people who sabotage your self-discipline, people who disappear the moment you actually need support. Fire makes you brighter. Smoke makes you choke. Imagine a large, dark room, and in this room there are hundreds of candles. Each person is a candle. Some of these candles are burning strong. Their flame is tall. It is steady. It is powerful. Other candles, they are just flickering. They are barely alive, too weak to burn. Now, imagine you are placed in the middle of this room. You are a new candle. Your flame is small, but it is ready to grow. If you are placed near the other strong flames, what happens? Their heat strengthens your wax. Their fire encourages your fire. Your small flame becomes bold. It becomes confident. It starts growing. You burn brighter just by being near the right heat. But now, imagine you are placed near the candles that are almost out, the ones that are flickering. No heat, no energy, no protection, no direction. What happens? Your flame, it starts to flicker too. You start to dim. You start to question your own light. You lose your warmth. That is the power of your environment. Why do most people stay stuck for years? Because they stay loyal to the wrong circle. They say, but I have known them forever. But they are not bad people. But I do not want to be alone. But what will they think of me if I leave? And in trying not to offend anyone, they offend their own potential. They offend their own future. Energy is contagious. It is invisible, but it builds or it breaks. Your identity. Surround yourself with lazy people. You will start to normalize laziness. Surround yourself with people who make excuses. You will start making them too. Surround yourself with average thinking. You will stop dreaming big. But surround yourself with fire, and you will level up without even trying. You will stop tolerating mediocrity in yourself. You will start seeing possibilities where other people only see problems. You will feel dangerous in the best possible way. How do you build a fire circle? First, you must audit every voice around you. Look at the last 5 people you talked to. What did they add to your growth? Did they give you energy, or did they give you noise? Second, create a rule. No gossip, no negativity, no excuses. Make this your standard. If people break it, again and again, distance is your answer. Third, go where the fire is. Find it. Read books from great minds. Listen to podcasts from leaders. Join communities. Take classes. Find mentors. Even if it is just online, you must find higher heat. And fourth, be fire for other people. Do not just take energy. Give it, challenge, uplift, and support other people who also want to grow. The wrong room will kill your dreams. Gently, slowly. The right room will make your dreams inevitable. So, choose fire and become something that no smoke can suffocate. This idea of fire and smoke is so powerful, isn't it? We all know people in our lives who are fire, and we all know people who are smoke. If this message, this idea, made you think of someone in your life who needs to hear it, someone who needs to be reminded to find their fire, please feel free to share this video with them. Sometimes one small message from a friend can help someone find the new environment they need to grow. Rule 10. Give back, but do not lose yourself. Let's be real. You are a good person. You want to help others. You want to give. You want to share your light, your love, your energy. That is a beautiful, beautiful thing. But if you are not careful, giving too much can destroy you. This is the harsh truth. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot save everyone else if you are drowning. You cannot light up the world if your own flame is dying. Giving is powerful, but self-sacrifice, giving, with no balance, that is a trap. Imagine a deep well of water in a dry village. Every day, people come to the well to fill their buckets. The well gives freely. It does not ask for anything. It just keeps giving and giving and giving. Until one day, the water runs out. The well is dry. The villagers return, but there is no water, and they become angry. They say, "You've changed." They say, "You were supposed to help us." They say, "You are selfish." But the truth is, the well was never selfish. The well was just empty. No one, not even the well itself, was refilling it. You cannot be the well for everyone else if no one, not even you, is refilling you. The world, it praises self-sacrifice. It tells you, be kind, be available, be helpful, be giving. But it forgets to teach you boundaries. It forgets to teach you that you matter, too. It forgets to teach you that you are allowed to say no. It forgets to teach you that you do not owe everyone access to your soul. What does giving too much look like? You feel drained, exhausted after conversations. You say yes. When your body and mind are screaming no, you do more than you can afford, emotionally, financially, or mentally. You feel guilty when you take time for yourself, when you just want to rest. You are always available, but you are never appreciated. That is not giving. That is leaking. And leaks, they lead to burnout. The best version of you gives with intention. The average version gives from guilt. The best version says no when needed. The average version says yes out of fear. The best version refuels itself. The average version ignores its own needs. The best version uplifts others. The average version slowly disappears. The best version protects its time. The average version feels resentful and used. How do you give without losing yourself? Protect your core time. Create hours in your day that are only for you. No giving, no requests, just restoration. Reading, walking, thinking. Silence. Use this rule. Give from fullness, not from emptiness. If your energy is low, delay giving. Refill yourself first, then serve others. Say this out loud. Right now, I deserve to rest without guilt. This one sentence will change your life. Say it every morning. I deserve to rest without guilt. Give strategically, not emotionally. Do not give based on pressure from others. Give based on your purpose. A burnt-out star cannot light up the sky. A drowned swimmer cannot save other people. A forgotten soul cannot lead others home. So give. Give boldly. Give consistently. But never give yourself away completely, because you are not here to disappear while helping others glow. You are here to shine so bright that your presence, just being you, becomes a gift. Rule 11. Stay rooted, but do not stay stuck. There is a phrase, a saying, that the world loves to repeat. Never forget where you came from. Yes, it sounds beautiful. Yes, it feels respectful. Yes, it shows humility. But there is a dangerous twist. If you focus too much on where you came from, you may never see where you are meant to go. You are told to remember your roots, but no one tells you what to do when your roots are tangled. Tangled in old mindsets, tangled in outdated beliefs, tangled in limiting traditions, tangled in generational pain, tangled in environments that were built on fear, tangled in cultures that punish growth. Your roots, they gave you life, but they are not your ceiling. They are your beginning. They are not your boundaries. In many villages, people use bamboo to build fences. The builders, they take the young bamboo stalks and they tie them with string. They shape them early. They limit their height. They restrict their space. They control their angle. Why? Because if bamboo grows freely, it becomes too tall, too strong, too wild, and it is harder to shape. Now, imagine one bamboo shoot, one young plant. It has the strength. It could break the string. But it does not. Why? Because it has been tied for so long that it believes this string is its limit. That is what happens to you when you let your roots become your cage. You confuse comfort with loyalty. You confuse tradition with truth. You confuse limitation with identity. And you stop growing. Your roots, they are your lessons. They give you your history, your discipline, your emotion, your culture, your language, your spirit. But if you stay buried in them forever, you will never reach the light. Growth demands risk. Evolution demands disobedience. Success demands separation. Not because you are better than your past, but because you are ready for more than your past could give you. Here are 4 signs that your roots are holding you back. 1. You feel guilty for dreaming bigger than your family dreamed. 2. You are scared of what people from your hometown will say about you. 3. You avoid success because you do not want to make others feel uncomfortable. 4. You shrink your dreams to fit into small rooms. That is not respect. That is emotional imprisonment. What do? Thank your roots, but do not worship them. They helped you grow. That is it. Do not build your entire life on gratitude. That becomes guilt. Do not let small minds define your future. Just because they could not imagine it does not mean you should not do it. Outgrow quietly, but then return boldly. Leave to grow. But come back to lift others up. You do not owe them your silence. You owe them your strength. The trees that grow the tallest, they are still connected to the soil, but they reach beyond the forest, into the sky, into the sun, into the storm, and into the stars. So stay rooted, but never, ever stay stuck. Your future is taller than your past. And now, Rule 12. Protect your focus. Obsess over your dreams. I want to ask you the hardest and the most important question of this entire video. Where is your focus right now? Not your time, not your money, not your motivation, your focus. Because whatever controls your focus controls your future. Every second of your life, something is fighting for your mind. The notifications on your phone, the advertisements, the endless scrolling, the noise from the world, the messages, the drama, the comparison, the short, meaningless videos, and little by little, your focus gets scattered. It gets broken into tiny pieces. Your direction disappears. Your energy dissolves. You do not lose your dreams because you are lazy. You lose your dreams because you are distracted. Think about a lamp in a room. It spreads its light everywhere. It shines in all directions, softly, gently, peacefully. It lights up the whole room. Now, think about a laser. It is the same light, but it is concentrated. It is tightly focused. It is narrow. It is disciplined. And that same light, when it is focused, it can cut through steel. It is not stronger. It is just more focused. That is the power of an obsessed mind. That is what happens when you turn your scattered energy into precision fire. Most people fail because they chase everything, but they commit to nothing. They jump from goal to goal, from idea to idea. They start, but they do not finish. They are interested in success. They are not obsessed with it. And obsession, that is the real key. Obsession does not mean burnout. It does not mean you never rest. Obsession means your dream lives in your blood. It breathes through your choices. It speaks through your routines. It shapes your time. It interrupts your excuses. Here are 5 ways to protect your focus and build healthy obsession. 1. Have one North Star goal at a time. What is the one thing you want to become world-class at right now? Write it down. Own it. Eat it. Sleep with it in your mind. 2. Eliminate 80% of the noise. Unfollow. Mute. Block. Unsubscribe. Turn off. Leave. If it does not grow you, delete it. 3. Use deep work hours every single day. Every day, protect 2 to 4 hours of pure silence and pure execution. No phone, no distractions, just you, your dream, and your discipline. 4. Create a focus identity. Do not say, I am trying to become focused. Say, I am a focused person. I am someone who protects my time, like it is gold. 5. Make your environment a shrine of purpose, a temple. Clean your space. Remove the clutter. Add reminders of your goal. Let your room, your phone screen, your journal, scream your mission. The average person will never achieve their dreams, not because they are not smart, not because they are not lucky, but because they never learned to focus. They became addicted to distraction. Their mind became a hallway of noise, and their dreams died in the background. Slowly, silently, you get what you focus on. So focus on what you truly want, not what feels easy, not what other people expect, not what gets likes, but the deep, clear, burning dream that you carry inside you. Build a life around it. Let it consume you. Let it structure your day. Let it lead your decisions. Let it make your routine stronger than your feelings, because in the end, your dream will live or it will die. not by talent, not by luck, but by focus. Now that you have heard all 12 of these rules, I want you to just stop for a moment. Just breathe. Take a deep breath. Not because the video is over, but because your new life is just about to begin. This video, it was never about being perfect. It was never about becoming some sort of superhero who has everything figured out. No, this video was about you, the real you, the version of you that is tired of pretending, the version of you that has been ignored for too long, the version of you that still believes, even after all the pain, the version of you that Dinto quietly refuses to give up. And so, I want to tell you this with all of my honesty. I am with you, not just as a voice on a video, but as someone who believes in your silent progress, in your invisible discipline, in your quiet efforts that nobody claps for, but you still show up anyway. You are not alone, you are not behind, and you are not done. You are just a boy and you should be coming. And I am going to be here, video after video, to walk that path with you. Because that is what this channel, English TV, is all about. We do not just speak English here. We speak courage. We speak growth. We speak transformation. So, now here is what I want you to do. Watch this video again, if it touched you. Write down the one rule that hit your heart the most. Start today, not tomorrow. And then come back. Stronger, again and again. And that is where our conversation for today concludes. These rules, they were a real journey. I am so curious to hear your take on it all. What were your final thoughts? Which one of the 12 rules hit your heart the most? Do you have any lingering questions about why one rule is so important or how to apply it? Please, leave all your opinions, your theories, your feelings, and your questions below in the comments. I truly love reading every single one and building this wonderful conversation, this community, with all of you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for growing. Go live these rules, feel the fire, and make the world feel your presence. I am with you, always. I will see you in the next video.